Hi, Colin here from King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2021 Audi Q4 e-tron 35. This is a fully electric car, 55 kilowatt hour battery, really well put together thing. I would say of the Volkswagen Audi group stuff of this era anyway, it's very much the most complete car they do. It just works really well. Anyway, enough of me yabbering on. We'll get inside, go for a spin, and I'll show you some of the stuff about it. So here we are out in the Q4. And the first impressions are pretty much like I always say with these things. It's really quiet, really refined, moves down the road really nicely, nice command and view, but the electric aspect of it makes it super quiet. The second big impression that I get personally with this, knowing the background of these cars, I suppose generally, is it's a very complete car. Very good pal of mine, one of my best friends has an Audi Q4, which this shares its platform with. And generally, when it's like an Audi A3 versus a Golf or something, I can't really see massively what the difference is. I think it's an exercise in marketing. This is not that. This is a massive step up from an ID4. Like this is a very high quality product, and it obviously benefits from a lot of the R&D that they've done with the ID4, because everything in this car works really well. It's absolutely rock solid in the way it's put together. There's not the merest hint of a squeak or a rattle or a scratchy surface. It's really high end, which is kind of the Achilles heel of the ID4. It's a bit thrown together. This comes out a year after the ID4, so it benefits from all its R&D. It benefits from all the little problems and the stuff that people had an issue with. So there's no issues at all with the build quality of this. It's perfect. The actual materials used are all soft touch. It's typical Audi. The dash is a completely different style. Like, it doesn't feel like an ID4, it's entirely a Q4. The ride is a bit more refined as well, I must say. It's a bit more balanced. It's a bit better sort of at handling the bumps and stuff. Then the powertrain is perfect anyway, because it's the same as the ID4. This one is the 55 kilowatt hour battery, 177 horsepower, huge amounts of torque, ample. You don't need any more than this, it's fine. Nice range on it too, it's about 300 kilometers, so a usable range. I'll always give people like a range of like what it's going to be in the winter versus, like, I think the worst you're ever going to see out of this car driving it responsibly is going to be about 240 kilometers on a charge, which isn't bad. It'll charge at up to 150 kilowatts of speed, which you'll get from, you'll get your 20 minutes on a fast charger. Now, the other thing I've recently been researching is the price of charging these cars. Electricity have come out again with a night rate of 21.55 cent per kilowatt hour. So to charge this, just multiply it by that. It's tiny money. It's like a tenner. A tenner will charge this car, give you 240, 250 kilometers of range. In this nice ambient weather, you'll get up into the high 290s, 300s in it. So that's a very cheap car to run for such a big car. That's the other thing about it. Because it's got full EV architecture, this car, it's really big inside. Like, it's large on the outside, but it's not outrageously large on the outside, but the use of the space inside is fantastic. The bulkheads are very far forward, so the bits between the wheels, there's an awful lot of space. I am 6'1", pleasantly plump, it's fair to say. I've got a wonky hip, so I sit on the floor with my legs straight out, so I sit really far back. There's a huge amount of room behind me in my driving seat. Absolutely spot on. Then onto this actual car. I just want to show you around this car. It's arrow straight. Really nice example. Great color combination, very well put together. I'll bring you back into the cab of the car and just let you look around it. It's so tasteful, I have to say. It's really nice. Like, the last Audi we had like this was a Q8 e-tron, and it's just gorgeous. It's very nice. I always have a little bit of a problem with the ones where there's a Volkswagen variant. As I say, A3, I don't see the mad value in an A3 above a Golf, but this is entirely different. It's just literally the platform on the bottom is what's shared, nothing else. But that's it spec wise again. So we've got nice spec on it. We've wireless Apple CarPlay, we've heated seats, you've all that sort of stuff you expect in it, but that's it. It's just a nice car. It's got the dash here with the fully adjustable one, the big sat-nav screen, all that. It's a proper car. But that's it. I'm going to stop talking about the car there. I'll just move on to us briefly to let you know who we are. We were one of the first ever second-hand dealers to be an SIMI dealer, and now we're AA approved. We have been for a good while. The AA approval allows us to offer up to 2 years warranty on this car, 101 point pre-sale check before it goes. This car's battery has its own independent warranty through Audi for 8 years or 100,000 miles, so you have nothing to worry about on that front at all. But that's kind of it. We've over 75-star Google reviews. We'd love you to read and just see how people got on with us. But that's it again. Thanks for watching. We'll leave it there. Click the link below for information on the car and a ton of nice photos and that kind of stuff. But that's it again. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we will see you soon.